Keyven, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for the invitation.
So you started La Web Shop 14 years ago, before IT was cool. So can you tell us today, after a decade and a half, what do you guys do?
We're a studio passionate uh, with building websites that are, I mean, custom to every client. Because the first thing that we love to do is to make sure that we help and make a difference to the companies, the startup, uh, every organization that comes to us, and they need a website that represent themselves on the web and that can help them grow their business. That's what we do, and we do that with a lot of passion. Uh, and a thing that I always say to our team and to people that we work with is that it's not emotional things to buy a website. Like I don't see anyone like telling me, "Oh, I've been like putting money aside for a year now. I can't wait to buy my new website." I mean, like nobody likes to buy a website and pay for it. So we have to work and make the experience really unstressful, really pleasantful, really like yeah, like I said, a great experience, and make sure that what we do is to take the reality of our client and put that on the web and make sure that it grow the business.
You mentioned the word custom. So how do you customize it? Do you have back and forth with the client? Do the
Yeah.
clients usually know what they want, or do you suggest different websites?
Um, no, they don't usually know. I mean, every time we sign a website, we don't really know what is gonna be in the end. Um, it's always a work in progress. Like I said, it's more, the agile approach that we use in software development can be used and be a great example of what we do with like when we build a website, because every week we talk to our client, we show them the work we've done the past week, and from there we plan what's the next step, what we're going to do next, and what I mean, sure, there's like some patterns, there's some things that like we're gonna see like from business to business or industries to industries, but every time it's like it's it's a it's a unique adventure for our client, and we try to follow them through the weeks, and till the end we till the till we launch the website in the end.
Do you cater to any industry, any kind of business that needs a website, or are you specific to a certain type of personas?
Not really. I mean, some there were some years where we tried to target some industries, and it was a mistake every time we tried to do that, because in the end, it's more a question of DNA. I mean, like the industries, it's I don't know, it's not pretty important. What we like to do is work with people with the same DNAs that we have, people that are um, like uh, people who are not afraid, people who wants to grow, who are curious, who are fun and nice people. So once the DNA connect, then after that, whatever the industry, we're gonna make a great project and we're gonna have fun.
So it's not just transactional. You have a certain type of relationship with the client.
Oh, if it was not about a relationship, I would not I would not do that. I would not, I mean, it's all about a relationship. I think building a website, it's like it's just a reason to make friends and connect with people.
Yes. And talk to me a bit about the different complexities of the websites that you're building. Do people sometimes just need like something straightforward? Do they sometimes need something with layers and pages and pages? So usually, what does your average website look like?
Yeah. Most of the time, it's pro it's kind of always the same what people want because they used to go on the web and go through websites and they want like the same home page about us, career page, that kind of stuff. But um, sometimes what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them like what they are waiting for and what they've been used to see on the internet. But when we see like an open-minded or an approach where we have kind of like we have kind of a blank sheet, uh, to work with, uh, it became more interesting where we're trying to structure the content and the experience, the user experience, like more like a um, I'd say more like a best way to communicate and to interact with every user. So I have a project in mind that we just started. Like it's in the health industry, and at first the first sitemap that we work with were like really standard, like and even people on our team were like, oh, let's work, uh, like like we used to or what we used to see. But what we did, we questioned a lot. We tried to uh, to structure the content like a better way, like make it like more easier. So uh, we just created like three big uh, like three um, not big family, but uh, like
Groups, like pages, like categories.
uh, yeah, kind of group, and then declined it with the objective of every every single objective of them. So with that, what we did is like simplified so much because at first we had like I think 12 or 14 like main menus, and we were like working with something that were really hard to follow and understand. And once we were able to synthesize it and make sure that we divided only in three bigger group, it became like so much easier for everyone to understand the project and see where we're going with that. So when we can do that, like we elevate the experience in the project like on another level. But yeah, but it always depends on the relationship and the clients we work with.
I want to ask you a bit about the non-technical side of building a website. I mean, it's all about the emotion once you open a website. So how much time do you spend on the artistic, the human perspective? It's not just about coding a page. What percentage of the business is the feel of the website?
Right, that's a good question. Um, I think at first we probably I think it was 50-50 when we started like 15 years ago. But now with the mobile first approach, which I like to translate that more as the content first approach, because on a mobile, there's like the screen is smaller and you need to you don't always have the Wi-Fi. So what you want is a page that will load pretty fast and it's easy to read. So like all the design stuff, the graphic stuff that we used to see, animation and everything. I mean, you don't need this. What you need is like a better structure of the content and an easier way to get to what you want. So now it's more like a 80-20% because we want to make sure that the back end, the loading of the pages, like everything that needs to like that needs to work well like at first it's gonna be it's gonna be where we're gonna put like the energy on, and the first 20% where we think of the page, of the structure, the content, and the UX and UI design. Now it's not it's always the same, but I mean if you do less, it take less time. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the page looks amazing, but it takes 2 minutes to load, then it's not a great website. Are you remote or are you working in the office?
Now we are 100% remote. Yeah.
So I recently saw that post that celebrated the fully remote. So I wanted to ask you, how did this transition affect you? And was it a tough decision?
No, it was not a tough decision because since the pandemic, I mean, like we've been working like everyone else. There were more there were more virtual meetings. There were more like our day-to-day life were it was on the contrary, it was pretty hard to go back to the office and make sure that we have like 10, 15 people there every day because people were uh yeah, they prefer to work from home. So as a as a manager, I kind of say, I mean, I have to listen to the people I work with, and that's what they wanted. So once we made the decision at the beginning of the year, was not like, if you ask me, it was not what I wanted because I like to work with people on in an office, you know, and go there every morning. That's what I like. But I mean, the team that's not what they want. So that's why we made a decision, and it works pretty well now. And last week we had like a 2 days where we were working all together, like on our operations and you know like learning everyone, and it was so much fun to do those 2 days, like a really good get together. And I think when we were working from the office every day, we kind of lost the um, the pleasure of like wanting to be together, you know. And now we want to create more events like this because it was fun. It was really fun to be together for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, if they see you every day, it's not special anymore. But
Yeah.
Keyven, I want to ask you, how do you maintain those relationships? Because all companies are facing the same problem, that now people are fully remote, it's working well, the company's doing well. But how do you maintain this human relationships? You had those 2 days, but beyond that, do you do other things as well?
Yeah. I think the inspiration I got was from my kids, my teenagers, who once told me that they have friends in Toronto, in the States, and people that they never seen, but that they play online every day. So I said, okay, if my teenagers are able um, to make friends all around the world without like seeing them like in real life, probably that it's probably possible to do that in our business. So what we implement was uh, the daily scrums, the lights of the Friday, the yeah, Friday lights, where in every in the scrum of on Friday, like in every scrums, people had to put someone in lights, you know, like say, um, yeah, that Antoine this week was really nice working on the project. He helped me a lot with questions that I have. He's always available. He's a really nice guy. So seeing people every day in meetings that are like in the agenda, and then like making sure that we complement, making sure that we that everybody see what we do for each other instead of like being in the office and see that. Antoine is really nice with Bob, like always like answering his question because so we can see that. So making sure that we see and we live that kind of stuff. So people are not like isolated, where they're not working by themselves and they get to know like everyone and they speak to them like every day. So now, I mean, everyone is really close, and even where people time and it's pretty hard to keep them because now you can have like 3 offers a day to work with another company. So it's pretty easier now to leave. But I've never seen people getting so much closer to their colleagues in a shorter time than I've seen it in the past, even when we were working like in the office. So people really uh, the relationship and the human part is really is working well, and now it's yeah, it's working well.
I love that. I love that. And I think it's a great analogy, the one with video games, because I've seen this in my life as well. People who are like have been friends for 5 years and they've never seen each other. So
Yeah.
yes, there's definitely a way to make this work. I want to end with this AI. I have to bring it up. So there are
Yep.
so many new tools. There's so many new software that are popping up every day. Do you see this complementing your business? Do you see this as a threat to your business? How much time do you spend thinking about AI?
I'm I'm really positive about AI. It's for me, it's really a tool. It's really something that helped me do a lot more, a lot faster. Uh, it's like an instrument, I'd say. I mean, for a musician, it's like when the first electric guitar arrived, when people used to play only guitar with acoustic guitars. So, I don't know. It's just like it's something that helps you. For someone like me who have like so much ideas, who and has to put on paper like so much stuff and structure the things and make plans, uh, it helps me so much to better communicate my plans, better communicate my ideas, better communicate the sentences that I made, like from every meeting, every talk I have. So honestly, if AI like it is right now was there in 2010 when I first started. Uh, I mean, the journey would have been like a lot more easier and probably a lot more funnier
Mhm.
too.
Yeah. Listen, that's a great attitude. Thank you so much for doing this. It was a really interesting conversation.
Hey, thanks, Antoine. Happy to come back anytime.